2019 ACCRA Demo Day. Yet another fella you've seen before. Welcome back to McGolf, not the shop, but Orlando. And it is the Jim and Lee show one more time. If you guys go back in the last 2 years, I've talking with Lee. He is the UK distributor for ACCRA. And we met golfing 4 years ago at least.
It was, yeah.
4 years ago at least. And every year it's always fun to catch up. Today, Lee's going to talk about the benefits, because I always, when I'm building the ACCRA stuff, I tell you about all the different things. Lee is going to bring you up to date, a little more technical of the same stuff.
No problem. Okay, so I think the thing to do, Jim, we'll just chat a little bit about what's called DYMATCH or DYMATCH technology. Okay. And the idea of this technology is really to have what we call a family of golf shafts. So, i.e., for every driver shaft that you get, you're going to get a fairway wood shaft and a hybrid that fits into that, so they're dynamically matched. Okay.
You may have heard of that before.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing. So, if we look back traditionally over the years, whenever we fitted a fairway wood shaft, we've taken a driver length shaft and we've trimmed it down. So what that means is we've taken the tip off of the golf club to make it fit into a fairway wood. Now the problem with that, as a shaft designer, you're taking away the best part of the shaft. So that part of the shaft that you want is going to do all the work for you, get the golf ball up in the air, do everything that you need, is sitting on the floor in the bin. So the idea of making our fairway wood shafts that match our driver shafts is that what we get is we get a shaft that's actually going to do the job for you. It's not an afterthought, it's not a second thought. We've actually engineered the fairway wood shaft and the hybrid to help you get the golf ball in the air, to keep the golf ball in the air so you get the right carry and you get the right roll out.
So what we're talking about, for those of you who've seen me and doing the fittings, is that, so we find and we fit the driver for you, because that's what everybody fits to for the most part, right? These guys have done enough of the research that that particular feel will be mimicked into a fairway wood, because the head parameters are different, right? And then the same thing into the hybrid, because the head parameters are different, to give you that same feel, to give you get that launch out there, and so that you can have the confidence to swing it better. That's why I stick with these guys.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest with you, if you think about it, one of the key parts of this technology, if you just look at the size of a driver head compared to that of a fairway wood, you're going to see a much bigger face area. And what that means on the driver is that the centre of gravity gets further away from the shaft. So in order for us to keep the feel, we had to come up with a way of, if you like, testing what shafts are doing. And the way that we done that is we got ballistic cannons and we fired golf balls at the face. And ultimately what we're doing is we're seeing how much the face of that golf club deflects. And then what we can do is we can then do the same with the fairway wood. Same test, ballistic cannon at the face, seeing the deflection, and we get to a point where they actually match together, and that's where the DYMATCH story comes.
So there you go, just one of the many different characteristics that go into making an ACCRA shaft, but the DYMATCH is very, very important into getting you the best shaft that we want to get you into. And the only other part is the constant flex. Now, constant flex may not be something that's so important to you, but from a building standpoint, and for those of you who are watching it from a building standpoint, is incredibly important.
Yeah, so I mean, constant flex, the way to think of it, we need to roll back a few years. And if you had two golf shafts, and two golf shafts that had stiff written on them, and let's just say one was 50 grams and one was 70 grams. The 70 gram shaft is not only going to be heavier, it's going to be stiffer as well, because there's more material in it. So ultimately what happens is, as a fitter, they can dial in the flex. You can get the flex that you want somebody to play. But if you want to play a slightly heavier shaft, then what you're actually doing is you're making it stiffer. There's more material in it. The more material you get in it, then ultimately that shaft's going to play firmer than what you think. So the constant flex technology is simple. Ultimately what it means, if you play a 50 gram, a 60 gram, a 70 gram, and you're testing those shafts, the flex of those shafts will not change. Yeah, it's only the weight. So once your fitter gets dialed in to the actual flex, yeah, then they can play around with the weights, but knowing that they're only changing one variable. Yeah, they're only changing the weight. They're not changing weight and flex, because that's where it can get confusing.
So once you've gone through that, then you get back into the die match, and then you're into the family of shafts, and now your set is made specifically for you, and that's what we want.
That's the important thing.
There you go. Lee,
Thanks, Jim.
You are the man. The guy from the UK.
Thank you
Again,
very much.
Jim and Lee show here in Orlando. Let's see your scores. Go low.